So we are ready to go, finally, after basically an hour and 15 minutes. And Jack Enciando deals outside to Jacob Robson.
Robson's had a nice series, Michael, 5 for 10, 5 walks as well.
Yeah, he's reached base at least 3 times here in Altona. And a ground ball up the middle. Another base hit for Jacob Robson. The ex-major leaguer, 6 for 11 now in this series with 5 walks to go along. Single series against another team. And now they're trying to do something again that has only been done. Here's the 1-1. And it's bunted foul. Jarvis already has a couple of bunt singles in this series. Here's the 1-2. That's a soft liner caught by Dale on one hop. They go to second to get the lead man.
Depending on how long this goes.
4-pitch walk to Justin Wiley. And there are 2 on with 1 out to right field. He went the opposite way. Rolls this foul. Pretty good double play candidate.
Yeah, 4 errors in total. All of that started because DJ Artis couldn't go in left field.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and obviously not in there again.
No.
Today and a rip over to Greg Bird. He'll go to second. They get 1, return to first. Enciando there, but they say he came off the bag. Enciando can't believe it. Kenichi Umeki is the one who makes the call. And a cold strike on the outside corner. We talked about this at length yesterday, but that'll count full. That'll give DeLuca a head start at first. Payoff pitch. Cold strike 3. Punched him out on the outside corner. Enciando works around some trouble in the first. The Blue Sox lead 2. We go to the bottom half. Sydney nothing, and Melbourne coming up. And 4 hits for Whitefield in last night's game. It's the second 4-hit game for an ace this season. Greg Bird had the other.
We were talking about Whitefield yesterday and how good he's been in the field. I was talking to Chris Burke before the game. He said,
rolls this to Jarvis. And out number 1 in the bottom of the first. Played the first half of yesterday's game. He was lifted after 2 plate appearances, but hit the sac fly. Here's the 0-1. And called a strike over the inside corner. And the Sydney defense, really, I think. Here's the payout pitch. And it's inside, ball 4. Good patient approach there from Darryl George. Tied for 7 league-wide with 18 RBIs. 6th in the league in on-base percentage. 8th in slugging. 6th in OPS. Homecoming for Robbie next week. And he drives this high in the air to left center, but Robson has it covered. And 2 down in the Melbourne first.
There's the man that test my theory, Michael.
Yeah, Robbie looked like he just got under that. Also, the wind isn't nearly as heavy. 4 for 11 in this series. And strike number 1 dealt on the outside corner.
Athletic website if you've got it.
This time he goes off speed over the outside corner.
It's a good pitch.
1-2. Swing and a miss. Got him on a pitch in the dirt. And a strikeout for Asado ends the inning. No score in the first. We go to the second from Melbourne Ballpark. It has some very light bats towards the bottom. 3-1 here to Solomon McGuire. 3 for 12 with a double. 3 strikeouts in this series. But this works his second walk in game 4 of this series. And here comes Wyatt Hendry. Well, that clearly got away from Enciando. That looked like a grip issue. Greg Bird home runs away from having 100,000 Instagram followers. It's insane. Good breaking ball from Enciando. Tight a lot of these games have been, especially late. Ground ball outside of third. Close call there from Jeffrey Dunn. By the way, Jeffrey Dunn, very one-sided. So maybe as Enciando walks his second batter to begin the second inning, 3rd walk allowed by the right-hander. And a pop-up straight back on the bunt from Vincelli Samar. Swing and a miss. Well, the Australian Open looming. Here's the 2-2. Sharp ground ball, base hit in the left field. Station to station. Bases loaded, nobody out. And now a throw to second, and it's in time. A huge mistake from Hendry.
Wow.
First pitch, strike one on the outside corner. I mean, there is absolutely no way. Adds another mistake to that list. And this gets through the legs of Spears to the backstop. No throw home, and a 1-0 Sydney lead.
There's that wild pitch or whatever it's called. Gets away from Spears. Hendry to get sort of nailed at second.
High drive, deep right.
That's how big it is.
Kerrigan back at the track. He's out of room, and this ball is gone. Jake Burns. Add him to the list of unlikely home run hitters for Sydney in this series.
So true.
And that is a towering home run to make it 3.
Gotten nailed at second, as I just mentioned. Here's a look at it again. Rain coming down. That pitch is right there to hit. Burns, no problem at all. Bashing that over the right field fence.
6, 7, 8, and 9. All 4 reach, and he's allowed 3 runs. And a pop up to shallow left. Dale coming back. Burke coming in, reaches out and drops. Now a throw to second. Close play. But Robson in safely, and that'll be a double. Yeah, a called strike on the outside. But he actually does have a couple of home runs with Sydney. Those came in 10 games last year. So with 2 home runs in this series. Runner goes for third. Robson has speed, swinging a foul tip. Held on to, and there's no throw down. I didn't think there was any chance anyways. Fewest in the ABL. Here's another look at the jump that Robson gets. The Blue Sox, Wiley at the plate, Robson at third. Robson fits the bill of what the Monarchs have put together. The weather is playing a factor on what he's trying to do, especially with as many breaking balls as we've seen. That time it's a fastball. First offering. Big swing and a miss. Luca reached on the fielder's choice in the first. And strokes this, left center field. Burke over, cannot get there. It's past him and to the wall. 1 run in. Wiley speeding around third. The relay gets away. It's rolling towards Darryl George. And Joe DeLuca moves up to third. A 2-run double.
It's a comedy of errors, but the rain and the wind and the air is just making this look pretty poor from an Aces standpoint. Greg Bird just took a ball, threw it into the stands. Somebody's going to get...
Like this very often at all. Ground ball to third. High hop for Darryl George. And the inning is over. But 9 come to the plate, 5 score. 4 hits, 3 of them go for extra bases, and 1 left. We go to the bottom of the second, and the Blue Sox have a 5-0 lead.
Yep.
As Jimmy Kerrigan leads off. But we'll see shots. Kerrigan, line drive in the left field. He's now reached in 5 straight. Hits in 5 straight. 9 for 15 over that span. Remember, beg your pardon, in 5 games since. So anyways, can you give me an idea of what the setup's like? And so I told him as much as I possibly could. And I could tell immediately North Richland Hills, which is a suburb. And he asked me where I went to high school. I said LD Bell. And it's a big day for me, Ed. I'll tell you why. Check swing. And he went around. So Dale strikes out. Asado with his second strikeout. Runner takes off. Got a good jump. Pitch is high. And Kerrigan is safe.
Surely Henry couldn't throw that.
No.
Throw him out there.
RBI chance for Burke. Be nice if the Aces can get 1 or 2 back. Get themselves back in this game trailing 5-0. I don't think John Deville and company would be thrilled with the 5 spot that Sydney had in the second inning and how the inning unfolded. And of course, Adelaide's been playing very well for pretty much the entire season. They had the one hiccup in Perth. Kerrigan at second base. 5-0 in the bottom of the second. A swing and a miss from George Khalil. Good to see George get a start. Impossible to take Jared Dale's bat out of the lineup right now unless you need to give him a day off. So you need Dale to play somewhere. It's this in the air to right field. DeLuca twisting and turning makes the catch in the inning. Comes to an end. You never know after what we saw yesterday. Leadoff single for Kerrigan, but he's stranded at second. And after 2 innings, 5-0 Sydney here on Aces TV. 9 to the plate for Sydney in the second, which means McGuire leading off for a second consecutive inning.
Played at Sac State 5 years.
Big swing and a miss. This is not him. This is McGuire. 5 scored. And the Blue Sox have a 5-0 lead. It was a tough play. Jared Dale off balance. And a throw that was well wide. Bird didn't even try and stretch. The first 31 at shortstop. DHing, getting a day off from the field today. McGuire leading off at first. Well, Enciando could use a double play here. Wouldn't probably made that a tougher play, but it's called strike number 3. Hendry can't believe it. Enciando sneaks that through. And there's another sharply hit ball under the glove of Darryl George at third. And Burke fumbles this. McGuire on his way to third, and he slides in safely. They're on the corners with 1 out, and here is Burns. Big swing and a miss. Gave McGuire just enough daylight. 0-1. Not a foul tip off the mask of Spears.
Might be talking about it.
Now this is playable left side of the infield. Georgie backing up, makes the catch. On cycle watch with his speed. Rolls this foul. He's got 2 of the 4, a single and a double. Of course. And he rolls this right side. Great backhand pick by Bird. His only play is to lob one over to Jared Dale covering. And Vincelli Samard looks back like, how in the world did you make that? Bird knew in the moment that he wasn't going to get the out at first with Robson's speed, so he lobs one over to get the force at second. They do have a mountain to climb, trailing by 5. First pitch, strike 1, and haven't had anywhere close to this kind of run support. But a 5 spot in the second, and the Blue Sox have a comfortable lead. I think I'd be in bed for 3 days after that. It's kind of a check swing fly ball more than anything. DeLuca has it measured out. So
that's exactly what it was. Well called.
1 out in the third inning, and DeLuca.
Yeah. Half swing.
Boy, he.
Jeez. Imagine if he took a full cut, might be over the fence.
5-0 Sydney in the last of the third. This is the 10th time this year that Sydney called strike 3, and Whitefield thought it was high. Sharp ground ball, and Darryl George.
There we go.
Has his second hit of the series, and he's reached twice now today. They are trying to ignite something down by 5.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what a rough patch for Robbie means this year. That's how good he's been.
Yeah.
In that situation. And the ball that Glendening hit. 1-2. Swing and a miss. And Glendening down on strikes. And the first 3 innings have looked quite similar for Asado. He's allowed a base runner, but the Aces have stranded 1.
Swing and a miss. 1-1 is the count. Strike 2. That's a swing and a miss. Good stuff from Evan Rutsky. 1 down. To the plate. He's walked both times. That's hit sharply to second. Khalil comes up with it over to Greg Bird. 2 quick outs. Bit low. DeLuca heads down to first on. Swing and a miss. Strike one. Good pitch on the outside corner. Strike two. Grounded to third. George. Tough play. Throws over to first to Bird. Nice work, Darryl George. But we know what he can do. Swing and a miss. Another swing and a miss. Sato's had his number so far today. But Asado does not make a mistake as Bird strikes out for the second time tonight. It's a big out. Here's Jimmy Kerrigan. Late addition to the Aces. Kerrigan, 29-year-old veteran. Hits that one fouled, out of play. 2-1 pitch. That's hit well into right field. Back. That's gone. Jimmy Kerrigan with a solo shot here in the fourth, and he remains a red-hot hitter.
Fantastic hit by Jimmy Kerrigan. Brings in Melbourne's first run.
Get a look at this swing from Kerrigan. Power goes opposite field. You can see the bullpen. And here's Jared Dale. Fouled that off his foot, I think.
Lincoln Salt Dog last year. And he told me to tell Jimmy to hit the gym while he's in Australia.
Swing and a miss. Khalil goes down again. So Asado gives up the home run to Kerrigan. Aces get one back, but that's it. Did he go? I think he did. Throw down to first, and he's one away.
Greg Bird's got a smile on his face because
2-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Spears goes down. 8 strikeouts tonight for Umi Asado.
combined 0 for 6 with 3 strikeouts. There's that pause we were talking about, and that is a nasty pitch.
Got the late start because of the rain. That's hit sharply into left field. Base hit. Aaron Whitefield on with a single.
From December 15th to the 23rd, one that began in Sydney.
That's hit hard by George. Deep center field. Back goes Robson. That's out of here. Darryl George over the center field wall. What a shot.
Darryl George with a 407 feet home
Woo.
run.
Well, you heard Tony Shebeki say it. 407 feet. The first home run we've seen to straightaway center this season at this ballpark. Darryl George can do that. And that is a fastball grooved right in the sweet spot, middle in.
Blue Sox, but Sydney not cooperating. That's a hard hit into right field. Robson's on again, 3rd hit of the day.
Because he has been extremely difficult to retire in this. And yet again,
not great. And there is that hit. It's going to definitely score 1. Here's the throw from Whitefield, going to be not in time. So 2 more Blue Sox runs after a Wiley single.
they've got Michael Brewer up in the bullpen. John Debo coming out. He's going to go to the pen. So a frustrating outing for Ellis. Faces 4 batters. I think that's it.
We'll wait and see. I think it would be a very tough decision to sort of delay it and try and get it restarted, especially when you've got Sydney who need to make a flight. But we'll wait for the official call.